There is no spoon.
Literally. Wow.
There really is no spoon.
Welcome back, guys. We are going to be watching The Matrix Resurrections today.
Yeah.
Completely blind. We recently saw the third Matrix.
That's right, we did.
And I am curious because I didn't look up any trailers. I did see some brief clips here and there on TV, but I try to look away because I don't want to be spoiled. Yeah. But I am curious if this is a sequel or a reboot. And I think we'll just find out because I do have the cast up right now. We didn't read the description or anything on purpose. So we have Keanu Reeves again. We love him as Neo. We kind of figured he'd be in this.
Yes.
And then we have Carrie-Anne Moss as Trinity.
Yeah.
A lot of people from the first one. We have Sati back, which I think is awesome. So hopefully that's not like a huge spoiler or anything. I know it kind of is, but
she grew up.
And then Morpheus, and we have two Morpheuses in the cast. So I'm wondering how they're going to do that. I mean, there's a lot of questions here. Then we have Jessica Henwick. We love her. We've seen her in a few things now. Yeah, and we always say Colleen because we know her from Iron Fist, and that's our main one there. Neil Patrick Harris.
That's right.
Excellent.
Love him. And Hugo Weaving looks like Agent Smith is back.
Good.
Yeah,
and then Niobe.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Best pilot ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we have a pretty big cast here.
Tom Hardy.
I love Tom Hardy.
Yes.
So I'm curious because in the last movie that we saw, it looked like Neo died at the end. I mean, there's stuff that could be done, like maybe the machines resurrect him, literally. Yeah. But then Trinity, if she's in this, maybe she's just in memory, like maybe flashbacks of Neo's memory or something, because she was definitely killed. Yeah. I mean, she was punctured and paled in multiple locations and bleeding out, and that was a while before the end. So I don't know if machines got to her, or Neo maybe had to leave her there because he couldn't really do much for her at that moment.
It's nothing to be done.
It was just chaos and the big war going on. So, and I did mention last time we had a whole debate about it where, I was like, well, the machines, why would they want to honor and keep peace? Because that's more of a human thing than it is, I would think, a robot thing. Because once things don't compute and they don't need us anymore, why would they try to keep us safe to begin with if they don't need us? Unless Neo, because he's so powerful in the Matrix, maybe he can help be a program or help control things in the Matrix, and that'll benefit them somehow. Mm-hmm. So that's the only other peace offering I can see why the robots would kind of maintain balance with the humans, but I'm I don't think they're gonna. I don't know. No. I mean, they had a common enemy with Agent Smith, and that's where they were able to kind of work something out, but I'm suspicious.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not going to be thinking that they want to have humane ideas.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And let's see. So I did hear that only Lana Wachowski worked on this one.
Okay.
And hopefully that's a good thing or not a bad thing amongst family. Because who knows? But I mean, it's been a very long time since those original movies came out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right?
So I'm curious the actors are going to look older, but with computer graphics and makeup, they'll probably make them look similar. Maybe an age many years ago.
Yeah.
We'll find out. And if you guys want to see our full reactions to this movie, you can check out our links below on our Patreon. We have a huge library of movies and shows there, of entire reactions, because a lot happens during our shows in our movies that when you watch our fair use versions, on YouTube, it's only 9 to 10 minutes, and that's all we could use. And so there's a lot missed. So, we love doing this, and the full reactions, a lot of people find them entertaining. So do we. So we're going to be watching this on HBO Max today. The Matrix Resurrections.
It's a different.
Yeah, same moves and everything.
Yeah.
Love her kicks.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Look there. Oh my goodness, yeah.
Can I grab her?
Oh, he's taking her away.
Yeah.
I am Morpheus.
Huh.
Yeah.
You have to be ready to leave. You have to be really ready. And if you're not, if you think that this is where you belong.
The red pill, the blue pill.
Yeah.
Which one?
Hey. I've never worn different glasses before.
Before.
Cool.
It's so amazing. I always love that.
Game design.
I want to know how he survived. Oh, he has a Trinity figurine.
There she is. Total effing MILF.
Oh my god.
Daggers.
It's so weird. So she is there.
You ever talk to her?
Doesn't even know her.
Hi, Jude. I'm Tiffany.
Tiffany. Wow.
Trinity, Tiffany.
Didn't see that coming.
Mom loved Audrey Hepburn.
Touch. Deja vu.
What's going on?
Huh?
Nice to meet you.
Hey.
Practice.
Billions of people just living out their lives.
Oblivious.
That's a new person?
I've spoken to marketing.
We'll see, he's having that. What? Oh, red pill or blue pill?
Probably blue. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Oh, how ironic.
Something tells me not to take the
I don't
blue.
like that color. Hey, who's
What
that?
was that?
Whoop.
He's trying to go through.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
I'm tucking his head.
Don't you think she looks like me? He laughed. I wanted to kick him. Not too hard, maybe just hard enough to break his jaw.
Oh, that's hard.
My youngest stuck a Lego up his nose.
Oh, that's good.
There we go.
It's like deja vu again.
At
Oh.
last.
You look nice.
All the explanation you need.
Take the red.
This is too wild for him.
Oh, crud. Oh, crud.
Come on, do it!
Oh, wow. Ooh. Goodness.
He's gonna change.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Here it comes.
Mr. Anderson. He knows that name. Yeah!
It's in my mind.
Oh, well, no,
That's
about
gonna be in
that.
your mind, that
I don't know
bullet.
about that.
Move. Deflect.
Morpheus.
So he's back.
Need
Dude,
a
it
whole new
sucks.
page for this one.
There is no pigeon.
Looks
Splat.
easy enough.
No, no.
Oh, God. Normal situation, I'd be like, ah. Ah, the white rabbit. Follow the rabbit.
We don't have to run to phone booths anymore either.
Yeah, a lot has changed.
This is how you look to yourself.
But does it say
Somehow
actually?
they were able to alter your DSI loop.
So weird.
Isn't it?
It is good.
Oh,
Oh, man. A
swarm.
swarm.
They're called swarms now.
Swarm.
Yes.
It's going crazy.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh,
Ew. Oh, yeah, and then he actually wakes up from reality again. Oh, they go through the horror again. Would that be Trinity? Yeah, we're looking at it. It's like female.
yeah.
Oh, it's unhooking.
Same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that part. How did she survive?
Oh,
Oh, she's actually waking?
yeah, looks like it.
So it's one of their piloted robots?
Gotta be kidding.
Oh, boy.
It's beautiful.
Ooh.
Here we go.
It's dance moves.
Oh, wait.
You gotta fight for your goddamn life if you want to see Trinity again.
There you go. Hear her name. Yeah, because he has a connection.
We're about to crash.
It'll just magically
Cool.
open.
Hologram.
Let you through.
It is you.
Niobe?
I was gonna say, is that
She
her?
looks great.
Yeah,
Put
wow.
a lot of makeup.
Yeah.
It is you!
Oh my god! Grab it and throw it back at him.
Suck my silky ass!
Oh my God.
No.
Ooh, ouch. Not the same.
Oh,
Ow.
nice.
You're not what you used to be.
It's true.
Needs a little time. I'm more.
Now you'll never see her again.
I like to say that.
Don't you say it. That's it.
Oh, wow.
Here's a kitty. She's not real? Crap.
Talk like adults. Like renovating a house. Took twice as long, cost twice as much.
Ooh, like big time. Oh.
Whoa.
Ujaku's a friend.
Ah, that's cool. They make them look cute too.
Friend.
We met a long time ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's so
yeah.
sweet.
Have you ever done an operation like this?
Not yet.
Not yet.
It's a huge risk.
Mom, come on. Mom.
Yeah, but they're probably not even real.
You have to come with us.
My name is Trinity, and you better take your hands off of me.
Whoa.
What does the world come to when you can't even trust a program?
Is he gonna be a good guy and help out?
I have more in common than you know.
It's so weird that you're
Isn't
just
it?
combined. Oh, like a beehive. Crap.
Oh boy.
Gone.
Where'd they go? Yeah. Love conquers all.
Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
Um,
Motorcycle power.
Wow.
bike's gonna fly.
We believe in miracles.
Yes, we do. Oh man.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
My God, everyone's doing that now? Oh my God. Ew.
Oh.
No, they're climbing all
Oh
over 'em.
no.
Oh, they're gonna overrun them.
Oh.
I don't think you should go that way.
Fly.
Oh, jeez.
Just like with Morpheus. Actually, it's a mix of scenes. Crap. Throw it back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
There we go. That's what I wanted to see.
Yeah.
My dream ended here.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What does that mean? That's crap out of me.
Come on.
But they'll die of free will. They did it themselves.
Oh, yeah.
She's more in control.
Get a Fred
Yeah,
Flintstone
he's
it.
going down.
She's doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah,
She's-
Oh, wow.
Aye.
Yeah.
Look at that. Whoa,
Oh.
wait. Yeah.
Is that her now?
Cape.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you something.
Oh, boy, yeah.
Ooh, landed one.
Oh, my
Oh, ew.
gosh, look at She's got to take it out on you.
That was for using children.
Yeah, I know that confused me.
Yeah.
Conflicted.
Oh, shit.
Right now, you're feeling good about what you've done.
We were on our way to remake your world.
Woo! Sing flock of birds. Yeah, they're both flying. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Whoa.
I like the ending.
Yeah, that was good.
Woo! That's perfect with the music.
Yeah.
Nostalgia.
God.
Man.
Yeah. Wow.
They won.
I love the music.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious what you guys thought.
Oh boy.
Well, it was a great shakeup. I mean,
That sure was.
we won in the end.
Yeah.
And it's amazing that I love that analyst. Oh, my God.
He was really something.
Yeah, he was great.
He was phenomenal,
Harris,
and he was the bad guy all along.
That's right. I didn't think he was going to be,
But
he
it
was.
totally makes sense.
Yeah.
He was giving Neo the pill all along and just making him, happy in his contentment, being the best video gamer, and just keeping him settled.
Right.
I thought it was an interesting concept.
Right, so yeah, and Agent Smith, he turned good.
For a moment, yeah, that was kind of a fun twist to see. So there's a lot of stuff that I want to talk about, but I found it interesting. I did like it. I thought it was enjoyable. I went into this film just because I knew nothing about it. I recently heard about it, right before it came out. Yeah. And we just watched the third Matrix on our channel. So there was a lot that I just didn't have high expectations, I guess I'm trying to say, going into this, because I started thinking, like, if this is a sequel, how are they going to go about that? Because technically they won that war, but I'm sure that wouldn't be the only war, because it completely destroyed the Earth pretty much. I mean, look at the weather there. There's no sun anymore. You have, like, pollution clouds or whatever kind of chemicals floating above, blocking the sun. Machines took over the entire landscape, and enough where humans have to live underground. I mean, for them to go that far in the first place, just to have Neo be like, hey, we have this same enemy with Agent Smith, let's work together, now we have balance. They've been through too much, and the machines took over too much, that I was just like, I don't see them being at peace for that long. But yeah, so I kind of thought that the machines would take over again, and I was a little sad. I don't want to say disappointed. I was just like, well, are they going to just repeat the movies over again and make it more of a reboot? But it seems like it was a mix of a reboot and a sequel. So I think they did a pretty good job, because it was blunt in our face with the narrative of people talking about it being a reboot.
Right, yes.
You're
Yes,
forced into this.
right.
It's in your
Matrix
contract.
4,
And you
this
didn't
is the
want to
game.
do this.
Yes, that was, yeah.
Warner Brothers.
That's right.
So we kept getting reminders about that. I didn't at first, but I warmed up to the idea of Morpheus being replaced by someone else. Trinity, even in the beginning, she was replaced by someone else. It is fun for nostalgia purposes to relive those scenes again. I loved it, and just like thinking about how old this series is. I mean, it's 20 somewhat years old now. So, I'm like, wow, like so much time has passed since then. And, so I wanted to see a whole new story, not just reliving the same stuff that happened before already. But the way they made it, where they made this modal, I'm going to say model, but the modal. To where it repeats, where the computer matrix is trying to repeat these things over and over again to, I guess, break down the code or something. And I don't know, like, I do have a lot of questions about this movie too.
And I think Bugs really, I mean, she was pivotal, because she hacked into that and noticed it and realized he's not dead. We can save him, and he in turn found out that Trinity wasn't. So it was great, because Bugs and her crew, they were just on board. They were head over heels of Neo and his story. They were such big followers. They just thought he was wonderful. And she really went against Niobe, I mean, only because she really truly believed in him. And said he can't be in jail. And I understand Niobe's point, where she has Io now, that is, they've done so well after the war, and now they're, God, the garden was amazing, and she's done so much for the people, but he can't be just put in jail now, and she wanted to save him, and she got him out, and God, they got Trinity back. It was amazing.
That's right. That's good.
I mean, it was hard, because Niobe wanted to protect what they had, because they've come so far, and she didn't, so she was annoyed that they freed Neo, right? So that's why she imprisoned him, and was mad at Bugs for doing so. And I was happy to see Niobe again. I mean, heck, she looks good. I know it's all makeup and stuff, and she's a beautiful woman.
Yes.
But it was neat to see her and so in charge, like a great leader and very successful.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that some robots actually did befriend them, and they do have like human-like decisions or thoughts too, where they're friendly and they're almost like creatures. I mean, even the ones before kind of resembled octopus or whatever, or squids they call them, and the sentinels. But they had more features to look cute, you know, like you had a stingray with these big eyes, like baby blue eyes, you know, literally. But they just looked adorable, you know, and they could think for themselves and cared, it seemed like, and they were really friendly with the humans. So after the war, a lot did happen. They have a whole new city, and they have these machines that chose to be with them, and I found that a lot of fun. Like I thought that was
because it wasn't just man
decision
versus robot, or machine. It was, like she said, it was a mix together.
Yeah, and even
together
with the new Morpheus, you know, he was just in the computer. Like he wasn't an actual person, right? So they simulated him into the real world or whatever.
Yeah, right.
So that was kind of cool to see as well. So I think it was, I guess, smartly done if you wanted to reuse and just remember the old story on how they went about it with the model or the modal, and then having, you know, the characters come back. Because I know it's been so many years that they're a lot older now. Like you have Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne, they look like awesome. You know, they still look really good. And I know they do makeup and stuff, but they look really good either way. And they also said it's been 60 years in the future. So that's why we don't have Lawrence Fishburne as Morpheus. But, you know, I didn't like him being replaced. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Like the actor was great to replace him as a younger Morpheus or whatever. But I was kind of sad. I'm like, why are we reliving this story? They already went through so much. But then all those questions are already answered, because then you have Neo even asking, was it all for nothing? Like here I did all of this and nothing has changed and we're going through the same stuff again. And then they were saying, like, Bugs is saying, like, no, you did change a lot.
You changed so much. You changed everything.
Definitely.
What did you think about the romance with Trinity and Neo?
I think that's so good.
Yeah, you liked it.
It was amazing. I loved it. I loved seeing her transform into like rejecting her family, saying, "Tiffany, I don't call me that."
It was funny.
Yeah, it was like, and you knew that she was kind of going to go that way because she was questioning. She had the coffee with him before by herself with him, and she knew, she felt she had memories, faint memories, and she knew that this life that she had now wasn't her. Like, I'm supposed to get married, I'm supposed to do this, but you can tell that wasn't her.
Yeah. See, and I thought that scene was funny, and I wanted her to turn around and be with Neo and make that decision to leave the Matrix, and, you know, but it conflicted with me because here she has 2 kids and a husband, and I know it's programmed, and they changed it in this one too, where they kept talking about bots instead of like human bombs like falling down, and you know, so I'm like, okay, well you have bots now, so they're digitized, maybe they're not actual people, but in the old Matrix it was mainly people that the agents would upload themselves into or download or whatever, and, you know, kill that person and then be that person. But here they can swarm them, but I guess they just had bots, digital code or digital people to do that with, so that was a little confusing to me. But anyways, like if that was the case, her husband wasn't real and her kids weren't real anyways. But in the old Matrix, if you had a family, how did that work? Like, did they have the same DNA? Did the machines breed? Because they bred humans, you know, not with other humans, right? They kind of just had their own way of doing it separate, and then would grow them in a pod, I guess. Or maybe they would actually use the same DNA to keep the family the same. So I got kind of conflicted here, thinking like, okay, well maybe they're just bots in this one, and that way it was easier for Trinity to be like, no, even though it wasn't her decision. If they were actual people in pods, I'd feel bad about like, you know, they're still kids and all that. And their mind is in there and they think it's real, but yeah. So I guess it was all just code and
and it was funny how they were desperately trying to pull her away from Neo. Like, come on, we have to go, you know, so and so.
Yeah, so it made it more like a program. Even the husband got really aggressive, sort of like baring his teeth, like pulling her away.
And then you knew that they were just being so desperate. But
Neo can fly now.
Neo and Trinity started it, right?
Yeah,
Trinity
she did.
can-
And she was
Trinity
like
can
she
fly.
I thought that
Yeah.
was fun too.
More, yes.
I kind of had a moment where I'm like, don't you dare try to put this as she was the one all along, and because she loves Neo, that's why he seemed like the one, but it wasn't that case, because he was the one originally. But with them together, like, they were always a team together, and love drew them in, and that's what it was. So is this an actual cutscene?
Must be.
Cat videos.
Yeah. As much as people are probably eye rolling at that, I would see it. So I don't know if that was making fun of...
Deja vu.
They made a series of animated shorts a long time ago. I think it was after the 3 movies or something.
Oh, yeah.
And that was really big in the 90s, I remember. So I don't know if that was like... a joke to that,
Okay.
you know, talking about although I don't think they had any cats in it, but yes, I want to see that.
Showing the cats, that's why I kept saying the cats.
Yes,
Well,
and
I thought
that
it was Deja Vu.
Yeah, that's why I thought.
Yeah, probably
Be the
from that
star.
too. And from the first movie, that was like a glitch in the Matrix, like deja vu, because you saw a black cat. Poor black cats always get a bad rap, right?
That's right.
But you see the black cat like walk across, and then Neo goes in the original movie, deja vu. What did you say? And it's a glitch in the Matrix kind of thing. So I thought that was fun. They kind of pulled in all these elements from the old movies and put it into this one. So all in all, you guys enjoyed it. You thought it was fun.
Good.
I
No,
did.
it's good. Yeah,
I really liked it. I
Did
love
you expect
bugs.
certain things?
I don't know.
I didn't expect Trinity to come back.
Like
in this
physically,
manner.
or
like
just...
physically come back. I thought she was going to be in the Matrix, and he would have to stay in the Matrix to be with her to be happy.
You know, I kind of thought that too, because I'm like, there's no way she survived it. But even seeing Neo, like, his face got so burned, like his eyes were burned and
I know,
everything
exactly.
too. And for them to be rebuilt and to have that kind of technology, I was thinking, what an interesting twist. Maybe they're part machine now, and now they can bring both worlds together even more. You know, like, I thought it was so cool for Neo originally to not only be so powerful in the Matrix and to be open-minded, to do all these super-powered moves, to be unrestricted, you know, unlimited to the laws of physics and stuff in the Matrix, but to actually bring that into the real world too and make you go, whoa, is that even possible? Like, everything's almost like its own Matrix, you know? So I loved that idea about this. And to make him machine would make that more believable to me, to be able to control the machines and stuff in the real world. I thought that would have been awesome to see. But to have Trinity have that power too as a combination in the Matrix, I thought that was awesome. And her to actually figure it out first, but they've been through a lot. So one sad thing was for them to go through the entire process again and having to remember and all that. But a good thing is they survived. And in my sappy world, I love their romance, and I was happy to see that they actually have a happy ending in this one.
Good, yes.
Oh yeah, I'm so thrilled that Bug's crew was all on board. There was no one corrupt and trying to do something, you know, funny.
Yeah,
they
I
were
did enjoy
all
that.
in on it. They were all for it.
And the acting was great. I really did like the younger Agent Smith. I mean, just his mannerisms and how he talked were like perfect for him, because you could totally see it down to the subtleties of his like eye twitching and kind of like looking, and he has that twitch to him, and just how cool he is and the monologuing. Yeah, they're just really good together. And I almost said, but I cut myself off during the reaction where they're almost like Batman and Joker, you know, like they can't live without the other, and they're like bad and good, and just work so well together.
Light and dark.
I like the way he says Anderson.
I know, that's the best thing, right? And I even said it beforehand, so I tried to bite my tongue because it's really predictable in that way, where I was like, okay. But it's fun that way. And I want to say I really did enjoy Bugs a lot. I thought she was a lot of fun.
yeah,
I like
she
Jessica
was
Henson.
phenomenal.
Yeah, she's awesome. And definitely really good acting in this.
Yeah, because as soon as she would get up from a fight, from just, you know, a scuffle, she'd get up and the first thing she'd say is, Neo. I mean, that was all was on her mind, was just saving him.
And she had a really strong mind like him too, they were saying. So that was pretty cool.
She was second line.
She was very good.
Yeah.
I liked her style.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, her style, like, with her look and her fighting skills, I thought was awesome. And even the new Morpheus, you know, we're seeing the wallpaper now.
He was funny. He always had a drink in his hand.
Too, very sharp, So it was fun. Like, I love Lawrence Fishburne as the old Morpheus, so I didn't like him being replaced, but he was a good replacement, and he was fun and added his own twist to it. So that was cool. And then the outfits that he always had.
Oh yeah, very colorful.
So I took this as, even though it is a sequel and a reboot, I saw this more as a reboot and a little bit of a sequel. You know, because I felt like they tied in very little from the other movies. I mean, they had good points in it that I liked, but I took it more as just nostalgic, reliving how people felt when this first came out, because the first Matrix is still my favorite. I mean, there's just a lot about it that felt new for its time, groundbreaking, and just the awe of learning, like, holy crap, like, questioning, is this the real world? We're being controlled, thinking outside the box, and superhero abilities are possible.
What pill would you take?
What pill would you take? And that's all like metaphorically, like it's not actually physical. Because you have to make that strong decision, and that's your strong commitment to choose one way or the other. And we're back.
We are back. We are back. And I just have to say, Niobe, when they were deciding to go for it, and she asked for 2 volunteers, and she said to... She said to Bugs, okay, I'm ordering you. She goes, no, I'm volunteering. And then everyone stepped forward. That was really great. Wonderful.
It shows the respect there, too.
Everyone, wanted to fight the cause.
Yeah, like really does.
Help the cause out.
Yeah, exactly. And they do respect her and everything.
She was so happy.
I thought that Bugs, her character was great in this, and she wasn't trying to... like fight for power or anything against Niobe. Like she just had a belief with Neo, and I like how she did volunteer, you know, instead of being ordered. They both got their way, kind of, you know.
Absolutely.
So that was, I'm glad she did help out there, and it was enjoyable to see this was more about love. Like we have seen the love before, and it's been very strong throughout the movies. But this one took it to an extra level to have them like power up, that the machines need to use both their bodies together to keep the Matrix going. Like they're like the ultimate power source. Like why is that even a thing? Like that's interesting. I want to know more there. To actually rebuild them with, I guess, human like raw tissue back and everything. I mean, it looks like they're working on their brains and stuff, so they're not part machine. They're just they're literally picking their brains. I mean, that's even more. I mean, like look at 3D printing though, how they're able to 3D print a lot of stuff, and this is way in the future. So, you know, it is probable at some point. It's just hard to wrap your head around. And that's
why they use the analyst to get to human emotion, and that was the core of it. And luckily it backfired on him, but that was the whole key.
That's right. I thought he was going to be a good guy, but he turned out to be a bad guy.
Yeah, I kind of knew he was going to be a bad guy from the start.
Kept grabbing his pad and just like really writing down, and then I'm like, you know, those blue glasses are really in my face. I'm thinking...
I love the blue glasses. I know, blue pill,
he's not really...
Well, I just thought because here we have Neo, where Bugs is like, oh my god, he's alive. Oh, the new Morpheus. Oh, you know, like they're reliving everything there. So I just thought that, well... Neo has to be in the Matrix, and again trying to have an open mind, trying to think of the possibilities of this movie, and he somehow doesn't remember. The Matrix erases memory and is keeping him alive for some reason from the start. And I'm trying to figure out things, and so I'm like, why would they erase his memory in the first place and like have him relive the Matrix? So that was odd to me, and even Neo made fun of that in the movie. Like, why keep that so in your face? But because we changed your skin, so you're a different person, so that's why. But then I think suspicious people would still think, oh, well, why is there even a Matrix code here or a reference to it in the first place? Because that would draw in unwanted people to find Neo, I would think. But to have Neil Patrick Harris there as the analyst, I kind of, like, we didn't know that's what he was at first, that he was just a therapist or something. But I was like, well, he's conditioning him and telling him, oh, well... you know, trying to keep him to realize it's a dream.
Yes.
So I'm like, yeah, he's probably a program there to control him. But I was actually thinking it was complicated, where we had Agent Smith as a virus at one point taking over the Matrix. The machines needed Neo's help to get rid of Agent Smith. That I was thinking that there was multiple wars going on between computer programs and the machines. And whether it was the Matrix or the machines, I would think the Matrix was trying to keep Neo safe from the machines, so that's why they were hiding him, but trying to keep him in a happy place. And even though the Matrix wasn't like really a happy place, he had, you know, driven, a lot of drive there, and he had passion and love there too. So maybe they had to keep that with him, and that's where they brought back the Matrix and the memories and stuff. But so I thought that would have been a cool way to.
Yeah, and they made him happy where he was constantly working and working and working as this game designer, and when he was looking at the codes and being kind of curious, that's when his team would come in and interrupt and, oh, you want a coffee? Oh, you want this?
Yeah, like the agents don't look like normal agents anymore. You know, they're all
right. And they're all like all against him. So
we had things that were more advanced, and even having cell phones instead of the phone booths and stuff, and a normal corded phone, like. So it was fun to have all these throwbacks to the original. And so, you know, again, you can't overthink it, but just kind of reliving the good moments again, that was fun. The acting was fun. The special effects I thought were really decent. I thought they were really good. And the upgrade of the machines, again, it's 60 years later. So I thought that we were going to relive like all three movies, and then Trinity having these dreams, and, you know, I thought she might die again or something. I'm like, can you just have them survive? So my sappy way, I'm just happy that was a good thing.
I am so happy they're together, holding hands, being awesome.
Yeah, and they just look so cool in the Matrix. Like, I love that feeling. Like the costume designs, the sets, like everything felt like the true old movies, you know, where you have like the rustic, dirty ships that they're in the real world, and then their awesome leather outfits, and just very sharp, and the hair and the glasses, and just how like straight up, like I have to really work on that, and just how straight with their shoulders back that they stand. They're just all so cool all the time, you know, and we saw a lot of the fun moves before. I kind of wanted to see more of that in this one. But the fun part was we were more in the Matrix in this one, because the first one was my favorite one. The second and third one were good. They were all right, but the first one was like my favorite, and I want to see the humans like survive and better the machines. But I wanted to see more in the Matrix and kind of keeping it new, where us in our real life is real. You know, like us feeling like, wow, like look at what this guy can do. Like, oh wow, he could jump to a building, you know, all the way to the top of a building or something, and seeing like the superhero powers, and like trying to like, you just have that feeling of everyone else around you. I don't know, I kind of just like that feeling with him just in the Matrix and fighting and trying to free people out from the Matrix itself, instead of that whole war outside of it.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't know, because it was so dreary and everything. And
it was so sad. The last one was just so sad.
But that's why a lot of people do choose the blue pill and just want to stay inside.
I originally said the blue pill from the beginning, but it would kill me to take the red pill, but I would take the red pill now.
I know, when you really think about it, what would you really do? Because honestly, like, ignorance is bliss, and if you can just like live your life like now, would you really want to be pulled out of that, wake up in the real world where it's like polluted air, no weather, and you're just surviving underground, and disease and famine? I don't know, like, it makes you think, you know. I would want to know the truth, but at the same time, like, this is kind of cozy. So,
and that's what they
what
want
would you
you
choose?
to do.
Exactly, and then you're asleep. So
that's right.
It's just an interesting concept, but it's very deep too. Like, it really just opens your mind and makes you think about it.
Yeah, big time.
So I'm happy to see these characters again. Let us know what you thought of this movie. I am extremely curious, because I know a lot of you probably knew about this coming out for a while, probably watched the first three movies so long ago. So this was like a big thing to come out, you know. This was probably,
I can't believe, 20 years ago.
Highly anticipated. Yeah, it's been quite some time. So I liked it. I thought it was really good. I want to say, like, it was just so different from the first three that I kind of have it in its own category. But I'll say the first one. Well, which ones did you like? Did you really like this one?
The first one. I like this one too, but the first one I liked too better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first one I really did enjoy a lot. That's my favorite one, because again, it puts you into this world for the first time, and you really
like,
think,
what?
and you feel everything, and it's just like really mind blowing, you know. And then, but I want to say this one, maybe my third favorite, second favorite, kind of, but it's just in a different category, because again, we're just mainly in the Matrix, and it was definitely entertaining. I don't know. So the originals were my favorite, and this is a close second.
It's good. I like the new characters in this one. This is good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that too.
Crew, yeah.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No.
Is there a spoon?
There is no spoon.
There's no spoon, no.
Yeah.
Even when they had their coffee, they didn't stir with a spoon.
I know, right?
I was
Oh
looking for
my God. But I really enjoyed seeing Sati again and a few other characters. That was great.
That's right.
Return. So that was fun. And no Oracle, but yeah. So Oh, I really did enjoy the Oracle. And just hearing again with the machines, we've talked about this many times as well, where, you know, you have these machines that have like human emotions, you know, like Sati was really sad to have her parents purge. Like you had this purging, which means everyone was pretty much killed off, wiped out. So, you know, it just makes you think, you know. It's pretty cool.
And that was her drive to help them.
Drive, literally. Drive. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you very soon as always. Bye, guys.
Bye.
It's the Matrix code coming down.
Knuckle.
Knuckle up.
Knuckle up.